Got away with the numbers. Underneath the lamp he sits and ponders every form and every line. He's here to help you make things fine. Tax time, it ain't so bad with Dana by your side. Don't feel sad, with funds and answers to set you free. Tax time with Dana, it's where you wanna be.
I actually made a video this morning, had some technical difficulties, and just ran into some more with the microphone. So hopefully you can all hear me. If you guys want to give me a thumbs up in the chat, just to let me know for sure. Today we have been seeing our first big wave of updates to the IRS transcript system, and I thought we would go over some of that information and talk about what to expect in the coming weeks. So this is the first kind of big wave of updates people are seeing in the transcripts since the IRS officially opened on January 27th. Yes, some updates and refunds have been trickling out since then, but the first big weekly batch of people since the IRS opened have seen updates today, as well as people even on Path have seen at least a change in their transcript status. We're going to talk about the timeline of the expected Path Act refunds and when those people can expect to see 846 refund issued on their transcripts, as well as when Where's My Refund will update for those people. If you haven't already done so, make sure you smash that like button on this video. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And always, if you're watching this after it's recorded, you can comment below and let us know what's going on with your issues, your status. So as I said, today was the first big wave of the weekly batch updates to the IRS transcript system. And what that means is that many of the non-Path filers, so the people that don't have earned income credit and they don't have additional child tax credit, they may or may not have dependents. They could have regular child tax credit and still see updates, or they may not have dependents at all. Those people, a lot of those people are seeing refund issued codes on their transcripts. As far as the Path filers go, many woke up this morning and many throughout the day will continue to see their transcripts finally become available to them. So that letter of non-filing has disappeared, and I'm going to show you what the screen will or could look like for many of you now that the updates have started to occur. Just be aware that no Path Act person, filer, will get an 846 refund issue code yet. There's going to be, at least it's going to be about 2 weeks away before those people actually see the updates on their transcripts. Although, like I said, at least people are starting to see some movement on their transcripts. They're seeing codes populate. Unfortunately, there have been a few people reporting they're seeing 570, 810 freeze codes. And the deal with those is there's obviously some sort of issue that the IRS is looking at. And unfortunately, until Path lifts, and it's been at least 21 days since the opening of the IRS, the customer service can't really tell you if you have one of those codes, what's going on. So you kind of have to sit tight and wait. So hopefully you're not one of those unfortunate people. And if your transcript did update and you don't see one of those freeze codes, but you see like the credit codes, there's no 846, then to this point, you're pretty much good. So what the transcript page looks like now for many people is in the top right corner, the return transcripts are available. And then in the top left corner, the box in the top left, the account transcripts are available as well. So the letter of non-filing where the return transcripts has gone away. And the 2024 account transcript, when people click it, it's now being populated with codes, which here's a copy of ours. Obviously, I blocked out our personal info. But this is at the bottom of the transcript where the codes populate. You'll see the credit codes. You'll see dollar amounts in the far right. And you'll see your cycle code. Remember, we talked about in pretty much every tax video, the cycle code determines whether you're a weekly batch or a daily batch filer. About 85% or so of Path Act filers are going to fall into that 05 weekly batch filing, with the remaining 15% of people, which is relatively a small amount of Path Actors, falling in the dailies, which are 01, 02, 03, 04s, with the ending of the cycle codes. So if you have an 05, in most cases, you're not going to see a transcript update on any other day but a Friday. So a lot of those people today, this was their first big update, and the transcripts have at least become available for people. Like I said, Path Actors, you're not going to see the 846 code yet. We're going to talk about that timeline. Some people that aren't Path Act are seeing those 846 codes, which means on tomorrow, the people that saw the 846 populate on their transcripts this morning or throughout the day, transcripts can update throughout the day. Tomorrow morning, prior to 6 a.m., Where's My Refund will update, and you will get 2 bars and a refund date of next Wednesday, which I believe will be the 12th. February 12th should be the date for people that got an 846 today. And then as far as the Path Act people, we have this little calendar I made last week. And this is my projected, this isn't an official calendar. This is my predicted schedule based on what we've seen in the past, what I know about the transcript system and how it operates. So I'm pretty confident in presenting this to you. Like I said, it's not etched in stone. It's not an official thing. This is my own projections based on 15 years of experience and covering the IRS tax system. So on the 15th, Path will lift. And this is why everything's going to feel a little bit later this year, because Path lifts on a Saturday. Because Path lifts on a Saturday, and most Path filers, like I said, about 85% or so of the Path filers are weekly batch processors, they will not see a transcript update until Friday the 21st. So I know a lot of people, this happens every year. People wake up on the morning Path lifts and they think they're going to see a transcript update. They think they're going to see Where's My Refund update. It's important to know Where's My Refund is never going to update before the transcripts do. The transcripts are the official record of what happens to your taxes. So those always update the day before Where's My Refund will. And if you're a weekly batch filer, it's not going to update in most cases. Sometimes when path lifts, it might update on a Tuesday or Wednesday for an 05er, but in most cases that it's going to update on that Friday. So the first expected path batch updates are that small 15% of the people that get processed on February 18th, which is a Tuesday. Those people will start seeing transcript updates on Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those small percentage, 15% of people will start seeing 846 populate. And then on Friday, February 21st, that is when the big batch of path actors that have been waiting for weeks will finally see their transcripts update with an 846. Which means it's going to update Where's My Refund for those people on Saturday morning, February 22nd. And the same date will apply as far as the deposit date. If you have a direct deposit scheduled, you'll see it on the transcript Friday, and the same date will populate on Saturday. It'll be scheduled for Wednesday, February 26th. So why does it feel late? Like I said, it feels later this year than in previous years because Path fell on a weekend. And then the 17th is a holiday, so no activity will occur on the 17th because the federal government will be closed. And then the first Path small batch updates will occur on the 18th. But that first big update, like I said, if you have a cycle code 05, you can pretty much feel assured, as long as you don't see any freeze codes, that on Friday the 21st is when you're going to see the 846 refund issued date. And at that point, you know you're done, you're processed. Rest assured, your Where's My Refund should update. It may not, but it doesn't matter, as if it's on the transcript, you're getting the money, and your refunds will hit your accounts by the 26th. Which leads me to the other thing that's been happening is people have paid the extra money for people that filed through TurboTax. A lot of people I'm seeing have paid extra money to get their refunds early. And what basically that means is people paid a $25 fee. This is separate from the refund advance. They paid a $25 fee, and it gave them the opportunity, if they filed through TurboTax, to get their refund as early as 5 days before the date that the IRS gives you. Now, that money will not be approved by TurboTax and hit your account if you don't see an 846 date on your transcript. Because what happens is once that 846 appears on your transcript, the IRS is then notifying the banks that that money is going to be going out. And that's when TurboTax is making that money basically available to you. Is they're making it, they haven't got the money yet, but they're getting notified from the IRS that the money is coming, and that's how they make it available to you 5 days early. So until you see that 846 update on your transcript, don't expect, if you paid for the $25 fee to get your refund early, don't expect to see it before that. So you'll have to wait till you see the transcript update. And what I'm seeing from people that have gotten their refunds so far, that did that option through TurboTax, is the same day, the same afternoon, basically. They woke up in the morning or they checked in the afternoon, they saw the transcript had the 846, and then some point later that day, they got their refund. And like I said, basically TurboTax hasn't gotten the money from the IRS, but they're being notified that it's coming, so they make it available to you. Which leads me to the conclusion, effectively, of my presentation to you, is that it's happening, things are moving. PathAct people, we're just over a week away from updates, and we're about 2 weeks away from actually seeing 846 refund issue codes. So hang in there, it's coming. If you're watching this as a recording, you can feel free to drop a comment below and let us know if you've seen any updates, or if you feel like there's something wrong because maybe you saw a freeze code. We try to answer as many questions as we can. And since I'm here, we'll take these couple of questions. Which one did you click on to see that page? So I'm assuming you're talking about... So I'm in the transcript page. You click on the account transcript 2024. So the account transcript 2024 is what you're going to click on, which is the top left option on your screen. And when you click that, that's when this transcript page opens. There's a whole lot more information than what I'm showing you on this page, but I just cut out all my personal information because I'm not going to post all my address and my social security. And then as far as the codes there, the codes you should see if the codes are populating are the cycle codes. The 150 code tells you that your tax return is posted to the system to be processed. Doesn't mean it's processed yet. It just means it's posted to be processed. You'll see the 806, which is the withholding code. That's how much your employers took out of you throughout the year. And then the 766 is the child tax credit. 768 is earned income tax credit. It also, I think 768 can also be used for additional child tax credit. I think it's the same code. But it's been a while since I've claimed that credit, so I can't quite remember that one. So hopefully that answers your question as far as which one you'd click on and what you'd be looking for. And once again, we'll just take our look at the map. So once again, just to reiterate to people, I can't stress this enough because I know what's going to happen. I can see it now on February 15th. I'm going to log on to the tax forums. I'm going to get questions on my videos. I'm going to see comments and people panicking because the path's lifted and they don't see any updates. Just remember the timeline. Like I said, I know I'm saying this isn't an official IRS calendar. This is something I made up. But you can trust me when I say that this is 15 years of experience. And, I could be wrong. I mean, this could be the year that they change everything and they just completely go by the wayside of everything they used to do and just update everybody the same day and make everything available. But even based on what's happened so far this tax season, I can tell you that's not going to happen. I would love for it to happen. I'd love to be wrong and have everyone get their refunds sooner. But effectively, what's going to happen is path will lift officially on the 15th. There'll be some small updates throughout the week, 18, 19, 20. And then Friday the 21st, most path actors, like I said, about 85% or so of the people that have been waiting will see an update to their transcripts. And then Where's My Refund will update the next morning on the 22nd. And you should have your deposit by February 26th. And you can get an idea if there's going to be a delay for you because once they start populating your transcript with codes, a lot of times if there is going to be a hold on your return, those codes will populate pretty quickly. So you'll see that 570, you'll see that 810 almost immediately. So hang tight. We're almost there. We're getting close to the finish line for many of you. And of course, on Thursday, February 20th, I'm planning to do a live stream. I'll go as late as it takes. And hopefully people will join us to have our watch party for the transcript updates. And we have a comment here from Wayne. Thank you for all the good info. I've been following you for a few years now. Always appreciate the hard work. Thank you, Wayne. I'm glad to help people. Glad people find it useful. Like I said, I guess I'm going to repeat this again. In radio, we used to have this rule of threes. You say things 3 times to hammer it home to people. You worked in advertising. You worked in news reporting. Hammer it home. Path lifts the 15th. Don't expect updates on February 15th if you fall under path. It's going to be the following week. So, because I know what's going to happen. Like I said, people are going to panic, but those that follow the channel, those that have been with us for a few years, you'll know that there's, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong if you haven't seen an update on February 15th. You just have to be patient. So that is all I have for everyone today. I'm glad those of you that decided to join and could make it. And for those of you that see us later, I hope you found today's information. I hope you found today's information useful. And like I said, make sure you leave a like. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. Make sure you click that notification bell because when there's breaking news, DSCN is going to cover it. And until next time, have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.
Dana's got away with the numbers. Underneath the lamp he sits and ponders every form and every line. He's here to help you make things fine. Tax time, it ain't so bad with Dana by your side. Don't feel sad, with funds and answers to set you free.